नमस्कार जी, अमिता बहल हाजिर करती हूँ नेक्स्ट टॉपिक ऑफ द डे, जड़ चेतन. Last week, in my first ever article which I talked about, it was regarding the introduction about living and non-living things. Today, we will develop on the living and non-living and also talk about life and progression of non-living things and their direct and indirect impact on our lives. What is the difference between living and non-living things as I begin today? Living things have three main traits. They grow, they take in nutrients, which means food and water, and they reproduce, which means small, little babies of their kind are then seen all around. Non-living things do not grow as I just mentioned as living things. They do not need any nutrients and they also cannot reproduce. But living things need non-living things to survive. We know that. How? Without food, without water, without air, without all these things, living things will just slowly die. Let's take the case of sunlight, temperature, shelter and soil. Are they not very important for all living things to grow? The living things meet their needs from living as well as non-living things, which are found in the ecosystem. Non-living things, on the other hand, which are inanimate objects or forces with the ability to influence, shape, alter a habitat and impact its life. Some examples of non-living things can be, as you will also add up and say a few more: rocks, water, weather, climate, natural events such as rock falls or even earthquakes, star. In spite of the stark differences, I say again, in spite of the stark differences between animates and inanimates, they also have certain commonalities. Number one, both are composed of smaller fundamental units called atoms or molecules. Both occupy a certain amount of space. Both require expenditure of energy for moving around. Both act, grow and reproduce as already explained by me in last chapter, in the last chat as well as today. Let's talk of some examples. How they both are essential and important for the coexistence between them in a natural or artificial ecosystem. Let's now discuss an important effect of one over the other and vice versa. Man, you and me, in his urge to compete, urge for excellence, got on the fast track, with victory on his mind in pursuit of materialistic acquisitions, he lost all sense and sensibility and slowly started destroying the ecosystem of ours. What were the baselines? Was it greed, materialism, selfishness, and pride? Was it this or all which made man lose his rationale? He started copying and competing with others, wanting to be the other man hollow. In the bargain, he got into misadventures. And just see where we are all today. The ecosystem is under severe threat. The primary threats to terrestrial biodiversity include habitat loss and degradation, unsustainable harvesting of the crops and species, climate change, invasive species coming around, co-extinctions, air pollution, burning of the greenhouse gases, release of the industrial gases all along, and so much more. All this added up to the present dilemma we are all facing today. We are facing today. Did not this all lead to what we already know and is being talked about day in and day out? Degradation of land and soil erosion, deforestation, What else can you tell me? Faulty utilization of the water resources, environmental problems from faulty mining practices, so much of urbanization and mushrooming industrialization everywhere like this, difficult to control, acidification, and in the consequent, what happens? Ozone depletion. Overpopulation. See, our own country, more than 1.42 billion and on the rise. Are we doing anything about it? Desertification. Whew. Coupled with global warming, all this has catapulted into increasing frequencies of what? Fires here, storms there, diseases galore. COVID just happened and thank God we are out of that volcanic thing. Volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, contaminant spills, land clearing, dredging, shortage of water, extinction of species, and so much more. Friends, the picture is very gloomy for the future. आप और हमारी तो इन बालों में आते आते कट गई. आगे हमारे बच्चों का क्या होगा? कुछ सोचो. The environmentalists, the geologists, the anthropologists, and the researchers in the think tanks, experts, are a worried lot. They've got into insomnia. उनको नींद नहीं आती है, वो परेशान है. Understanding the nature and consequences of the humans and the environmental impacts and managing these impacts to protect the well-being of the human society and other life on earth is humanity's greatest challenge today. I'm sure if you think hard, you'll think that this is right. We know all this and we know so much more. Oh, after all this heavy talk, the plight does give us a very big fright. Please, for God's sake, do not take it for slight. In his greed, man made speed, yet continue to live in total disbelief. मुझे क्या, मैं तो अपने शत्रुमुख की तरह बैठा रहूं, बाकी जो होगा देखा जाएगा is the attitude of most people. Friends, I broached this topic for a shout out cause for all this has destroyed the mental equilibrium, the sanity, the sanctity and peace of mind of man. He is a scared and worried lot today. Let's give up a wake up clarion call. Let the bugle screech and bring the red flags to the notice of all human beings around us. Let's take the step forward. Let's start telling the people around us. All living and non-living creatures must be brought to a balance as soon as we can. Let's wake up, friends, and always keep in mind that even attempting to do this is going to be a hard, arduous, Herculean task. It's not going to be easy, but we have to make a start. So, once we start thinking about making a start, I'm sure some people will. And others shall follow suit slowly by persistence and by consistency. Living things all have a life. From birth till the time one dies, this phase will go on and on and on. It will come, it will go, it will come, it will go. But the ecosystem and the interaction between man, mammals, and animated and inanimated, the John and Chetan I talked about in the beginning of the topic, will go on and on and on. In this chat, in this episode of life, I shall be touching on these topics again and again and again because directly and indirectly we are all related to John and Chetan. Because this is progression of life and living. Existence and coexistence all have to be understood intricately and intimately. This planet, this is our planet. This is one life and this is also our life. किसी और की नहीं है दोस्तों, हमारी life है, हमारी जिंदगी है. We cannot ignore this facet anymore. This is life. Seems like I have made this into a heavyweight champion note, जो कि वो है। उठ जाग मुसाफिर भोर बही, अब रैन कहाँ जो सोवत है। उठ नींद से अखियां खोल जरा, रब जागत है तू सोवत है। इतने सीरियस टॉपिक के बाद लेट्स हैव अ लिटिल लाफ बिफोर आई एंड। लव इज इन द एयर बट द एयर इज हाईली हाईली पोल्यूटेड। आज के लिए बहुत हो गया, आज का लेसन समाप्त करती हूं। लुक आउट फॉर माई नेक्स्ट वन 7 to 10 days later. Cheerio, bye bye, अलविदा।